What it do, 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 what it do. I go by the name of BRWE, represent that self-made hustle TV where the hustle has to be in you, not on you. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Put my headphones in, man, because I can't hear nothing. Yeah, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. And we gonna play a jam to the jam real fast to get in the mood.
You know, see a lot of you is choosing lovers. You wanna be a player in your heart, but you can't stand down on it like that. Take me out. Smack. Flaps and flip flops, they can't stand. You know that look like something from another planet. But your bare feet won't touch my square feet. Unless you run it after money like a track meet. One that fine liners on my dresser. Yes, sir. This lip is pressure. I won't treat her special. Top notch. Get the most plus some extra. I'ma break her down if I catch her. Stretch her out like a driveway. She gon' do it my way. She gon' hit the highway. Sunday to Friday. Yeah, that money coming. Now them bucks bigger. They say that good, but I ain't never touched it. I'm trying to keep it peak. You for free. She wasn't really about her paper, so she wasn't for me. New Bentley pulled it right up off the lot. I take her anywhere in this world, but not my spot. Yeah. I can see you top notch. Top notch. Looking sexy in your crowd tie. But I don't know if that's some thought. I don't know, man. So we ain't going back to my spot. Not my spot. Yeah, I can see you top notch. Top notch. I had to pull up in my drop top. Drop top. We smoking till it's a hot vibe. But we ain't going back to my spot. I can think of a whole lot of freaking we could do. Wanna know if you can do the freaky she could do. But instead I'm in here teaching and I hope I'm reaching you. Now get the up and go get money while I believe in you. No gorilla pimping here won't be no beating you. But if you won't be paying me, then I would not be feeding you. You would not be laying me, so I would not be needing you. And before I hit a call up my inner, what would Jesus do? Don't interrupt me if I'm digging in the big bang bang. Ain't got nothing to say to your partner if the ain't bad. My Bubba Dub came through, I'm smoking that this ain't trash. That shit I'm smoking, yeah, that's cool and all, but this ain't that. Say something about me, she ain't my if the ain't mad. Stop talking to her, you tripping, you think the bitch ain't bad. Can't go with me, but you tripping if you think the ain't that. Y'all always on her when it's why the can't last. I can see you top notch. Looking sexy in your crowd tie. But I don't know if that's some thought. I don't know, man. So we ain't going back to my spot. Not my spot. Yeah, I can see you top notch. Top notch. I had to pull up in my drop top. Drop top. We smoking till it's a hot vibe. But we ain't going back to my.
Y'all know my saying. Yeah. Y'all know my saying. If you woke up this morning, you winning. It's definitely Sunday morning. So you know if you woke up, you know who did it.
I woke up, I'm blessed. Can't say, can't say, that's yes. God did, 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 God did. I woke up, I'm blessed. Can't say, can't say, yes. God did, God did, God did, God did, God did, God did, God did. I woke up, I'm blessed. Can't say name, yes. God did, 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 God did. I woke up, I'm blessed. Can't say name, yes. God did, 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 God did. You to sell dope, now I sell hope. You to be sleep, now so I walk. I was down, now I'm up. Get the Holy Ghost, go do the most. God did it, yeah, Cody Cole. Let me hit the flow, let me let them know. God did it, I ain't kidding, I'm for real though. Rock your shoulder, touch your knee, that drizzle folk. God did it, had to recognize. Before mama died, I had to realize. He'll give you what you want, but that ain't what you need. He'll take a little lesson, turn it to a blessing. God did it, I swear it wasn't the Smith and Wesson. They think I did it, I swear it wasn't me at all. He picked me up every time I took a fall. God did it, God did it, God did it, y'all. I woke up, I'm blessed. Can't say, just yet. God did, 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 God did. I woke up, I'm blessed. Can't say, just yet. God did, God did, God did, God did, God did, God did, God did. I woke up, I'm blessed. Can't say, just yet. God did, 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 God did. I woke up, I'm blessed. Can't say, just yet.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So earlier last night I had ran it live and I was laughing at the Jay-Z. I was laughing at the Jay-Z the Jay-Z freestyle, and I was like, what is this? Why is this so big? I'm listening to it, it sound old. You gotta listen to it from one of his fans' perspective, man. He might be a little bit too fanned out, but I'm gonna let y'all check this out and listen to this now. Listen to this, bro. Like Jay Z, this the shit that them niggas be doing that people don't even know. Them boys be shooting shots at each other, boy. Straight shots. Watch this. Get this up on the screen real fast. Shit. Watch this, bro. Watch this. This is a reaction video. And when you ain't trying, this is for the fair use educational purposes. Listen to this.
Magically run out of drink. The son of a federal chill out mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery, gang. Okay. Shout out to Lauren LaRosa, because that's where this is coming from. Also, it kind of starts at the leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. But before this footage, he says 911 is a joke. Public Enemy number one. A play on the Public Enemy song 911 is a joke. I've been ranked. So 911 is a joke. Public Enemy number one. I've been ranked. And then he says the rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. So that's how you know he's shooting at Tory Lanez and his pops, because his pops was saying the rock is going to crumble. Da da da. Remember that whole press conference where he's outside the courthouse? The rock is going to crumble, and Jay-Z and da 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 da. All that. Yeah. They was villainizing Jay-Z. That's what this is. It says your son on the federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink.
Hey, that's crazy.
You know how dumb that is?
That's
Referencing the whole night that he was drunk when everything happened with you know the case, the Meg the Stallion and the Shorty and the gun and all that. That's what this is. He had too much.
Boy, that's crazy, bro. That nigga Jay Z threw jabs at that boy, told that boy, you in the jail cell, boy. Wild tap phones talking about you, what these hoes to put in your drink, man. God damn it, Jay. God damn it, Jay. What is you trying to? Is you trying to? What you trying to do? You trying to cook up something right now, Jay? I never like Jay Z, but he cooked on this. Once
Much
you
in his
understand
drink.
what he was
You
talking
know how
about.
dumb that is? let's get to the more.
You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game.
That's easy. That's Dame. Dame Dash been going on a worldwide tour talking crazy about Jay-Z and his teeth fall out. People was making fun of that before even Jay-Z was. They was like, this man talk so crazy about everybody around him. This man talk so crazy. His teeth don't even want to be part of the conversation no more. Teeth done fell out, all out. That's easy Dame.
You had to catch.
Facts. That nigga teeth fell out. That nigga have to go get him a new set and everything. Boy, Jay-Z is throwing subliminal jabs for the culture one time.
Fuck it. Was you who punked his? I'm the one who strung the pain.
Hold up. You had a cash cow and flunked it with you a bupkis. I've seen people not know what he's saying there. A bupkis is like nothing, a zero. So you had a cash cow. You messed it up. What are you? Nothing? Right? And then I paused here because the next bar, he gonna go on a crazy scheme. Crazy scheme.
I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained.
Wordplay on a whole different level. If you seen our reaction to the Drake album Iceman, we talked about how like the wordplay effort was there, but it was just missing something. Is this complexity, just this level of wordplay, right? It's all right. He says, I'm the one who strummed the pain. That hill you could die on. Common phrase, die on that hill. That hill you could die on is way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. Okay.
Bro, you know that nigga Drake. That nigga Drake say he the best. Drake say he the best, so he on top of the hill right now. That nigga Jay-Z say, boy, that hill, boy, you could get unalived on, boy. Hey.
Roberta Flack is too much flack. Roberta Flack. That hill you could die on, Lauryn Hill. So you could die on that hill because it's too much flack coming from that. Double meaning, you could die on that hill for Lauryn Hill. It's too much flack for Roberta Flack. Why? Because they both saying I'm killing them softly. Okay? It's too much flack that comes from those planes. Those planes. You could die on that hill, but it's too much flack that comes from the flatness. The planes are flat. Planes are flat ground. It's too much flack that comes from those planes, bro. You could die on that hill, but it's too... Yo, what? Wow! Also, I'm the one who strummed the pain.
Be fans,
what?
fans of this
all together, one scheme. He's saying one thing while scheming. Come on, man. That's elite stuff right there.
The way rap.
You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers out, mauling you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain.
Wire reference right here. He says, what's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. Marlo from The Wire. You don't believe me? He says it in the next bar. He says, I steal on you suckers. I Marlo you dudes. I have seen other people repost this and they saying it's martyr or it's something. It's Marlo. It's Bupkis before it's Marlo here. Y'all gotta listen what y'all listening is, gang. I Marlo. Yeah. Okay? Cause it's a Wire reference.
I steal on you suckers out, mauling you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain.
Oh my, yo, I don't know how many times I'm gonna pause this. It's just so dense. I'm not one for me. It's no how. Cancel the brunches. I remember the hunger pains. That's simple. That's his filler bar. It's simple. It's not too crazy. It's, forget the rock brunches. We don't need them. I don't come from the rock brunches. Simple and still sort of like not as simple as Iraq, Dubai. Next to Jordan. Because Michael Jordan got a villa next to me. I'm next to Jordan like I'm Lebanese. My bad. Whatever.
The price of the bricks going up. It's going to cost you a beat to even say my name.
I'm be real with you. I feel like there's more there. I feel like there's something I missed there. The price of the brick going up is going to cost you a beat to even say my name. It's going to cost you $1 billion is what I think it's supposed to be on the surface. But because of who Jay-Z is, I feel like there's something else there that I'm missing. It's going to cost you a beat to say my name. A brick, a B, Beyonce's B. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something there. You know?
You ever heard of a wonder kid? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get underskin? I really get underskin. That's how I'm playing.
Lord, what just happened?
That nigga was acting like
Just
he
like,
was in the battle.
first of all, I have to now Google what's a wonder kid. Okay, what is a wonder kid? A German loan word that translates to wonder child or miracle kid. Okay, you ever heard of a wonder kid? All right, he says that's his kids. My children is some of them. Have y'all no shame? So don't talk about his kids. This is at Kanye West now. Have y'all no shame? You trying to get under skin. I really get under skin. Ask how I'm playing. Rivera, another shot about getting stabbed by Jay-Z at the Kit Kat Club. Allegedly. Says he wasn't stabbed by Jay-Z, but that's what he was charged for. You know, that's where guilty until proven innocent. That's that whole case that was happening at that time. So watch how you talk about my kids. If you're trying to get under skin,
talk
I
about his
get under
babies
skin differently, physically, not digitally. Is how I get under skin, is what he's saying. Yeah, this is my goat, man. Y'all gonna have to forgive me fanning out. This is really my goat.
Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You know, maniac. Watch y'all maniac in my presence, nigga, straight.
This is fire to me too, man. I still think it's to Kanye, which is everybody think they're the ones that's insane. Also, y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again is Twitter. Ye always be tweeting. Watch how sane maniac. Watch how saniac. That's a beautiful rhyme scheme. It's unforced. It's just beautiful. You know maniac. Watch how saniac. Right?
Watch out, say, that's
I
just
wrote it down, so I'm looking at it
these
too.
people are
Watch how
super
Saniac,
fans.
in my presence, the dudes
Super
shrink.
fans.
They shrink. In my presence, they get smaller. But they not maniacs. They shrink.
It's
therapists.
a bar.
Oh,
I need a new therapist.
It's a bar.
Watch how maniac in my presence, nigga, straight. I need a new therapist. It's
Not all that. No, not all that.
Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think.
yeah. It's the scheme on the therapist. Don't encourage them. You don't want to know how I think. In my presence, they shrink. Cool. Just solid bars, man.
That nut ass nigga still stuttering.
Appreciate that, Mr. Good Boy. Salute, my boy.
That nut ass dude is still stuttering is Oskino. Oskino got a stuttering problem. Nut ass is Philly slang. Oskino is from Philly. That chatty patty down on his luck again is about Dame. Dame coined the phrase chatty patty on the Breakfast Club. He recently had money issues. I think he declared bankruptcy. He had to sell a bunch of assets or something like that recently. And then
Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
Jaguar Wright catches straight. Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't know why I'm rocking with Quest. And by the way, this is what makes Jay-Z great. He takes you on a journey. It's high intensity. Stabbing don't talk about my kids. I get crazy. And then it's the funny
like
funny. Yo, and Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't even know why we still tight. Funny. It's a relief. That's a writer, man. That man is a writer that's going to take you.
But these niggas be happy like a motherfucker, boy. God dang.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
That's Nicki. I don't know why everybody is confused about this ball.
Bro, that ball was straight to Nicki. When I listened to it over again, man, that nigga, you know, her husband is a chomo. Man, that nigga there, boy, he went low.
This is Nicki and her man. Okay, that lady on that stuff again. This is not about Jaguar. This is about Nicki.
That lady on that stuff again.
On them tweets, I think it was the day of the Oscars or the day of the Grammys or whatever. Day
she was geeking and shit.
She was tweeting something crazy about Jay. So it's that lady back on the stuff again. And then she sound like she's in love with him. It's about her man. That's my husband. Da da da. Sound like she in love with him. And then it sound like he messed up, but he didn't. He didn't mess up. Her kid can't even pick up enough. He didn't even want to touch that.
He didn't even want to touch that. He skipped that part.
Husband is an alleged assayer, sexual assault, whatever. He's on that red list or that list. that assault list of people who've committed heinous sexual crimes or whatever. Allegedly he's on that list. That's what that bar is. Look, back it up. Listen what those is.
No, her kid can't even take their kid.
Her kid can't even take their kid because he not allowed near a school or playground or anywhere where his kids at. That's the bar. But he don't want to go that low. So he paused a little. He leave it up to us to fill it in.
Enough for them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Those shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government.
Listen, you're not going to believe this, but I think those bars are crazier to Drake than the other ones that are coming. I'm going to get excited over the other ones too, but this one is real. A rapper can't be my op. I'm not going to say it's for Drake, but it could be. I got MAGA Republicans. He's telling y'all he dealing with bigger problems. He's a bigger dog. You guys are small potatoes. He's battling the system. He's battling real villains. Not y'all rappers. The shots come from the very top of the government. The very tippity top of the government. He at war with the government. Okay? But he governed by God. And y'all trying to break the covenant. Listen, that's not the guy you want to beef with, Drake. If you had all you had to say about Kendrick and you can't go the I'm richer route, I'm more successful route, the capitalist route, the anti-capitalist route. There's no which way you could go with this man. Because he is and no glazing, bro. I think if you put it on paper, you can see he is a bigger component in the fight against the system with a bunch of the stuff he does than Drake is. Point blank, period. Drake's UMG lawsuit, where he claims he's fighting a man, is nothing.
Mr. Two
It's nothing. It's a grain of salt.
That nigga is
what Jay has done for.
Boy, that nigga is. If ball juggling was a person, if ball juggling was a man, it would be this guy right here, boy. I'm like, God damn. Sometimes you gotta listen to the fans, but to understand the music. But golly, boy, you're a professional at this.
Jail rights, for human rights, for civil rights, even just entertainment in the Super Bowl. The last few Super Bowls, he's been in charge of. He's the reason you've seen Rihanna, you've seen Kendrick, you've seen Dre, you've seen The Weeknd, because of Jay.
I'm praying for.
Because of Jay trying to mend the relationship after the Colin Kaepernick situation. Drake can never.
You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. This get flooded again.
Simple ball. I rain for 40 days. Rain drops. Rain like Kingdom. And everything gets flooded again. The next flooded. For y'all that don't know, flooded is like a term of like, get it flooded with diamonds like ice. You know what I'm saying? My wrist get flooded again. But my neck get flooded again. That's it. My net worth went up again is what he's just going to say.
My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up to home. I never looked up to them.
God damn.
Just had to get the crowd reaction. Drake ball. Drake on, I think it's on Shut Up Janice. Something about see how the OGs move, the jig is up. For him, baby, the jig is up. By the way, you gotta play chess or something, Drake, because when you say the jig is up, you set the bar up here, fam. You use the common phrase, the jig is up, to say it like as we figured it out. The jig is up, Jay. His nickname is Jig. The jig is up. Jay takes that and flips it. You said jig is up, yeah, jig is up. Look up, jig is up. Look up, man. He said my next update, the jig is up. Dog, I'm up 10. We not competing. I'm blowing you out. I'm up 10. Pause. Blowing you out is crazy. I'm up 10. We not even in the same game. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. You competing for songs. I'm competing. We not in the same competition. You competing for songs. I'm 3 billion up right now. You might not even be worth $1 billion. What is you talking about?
This nigga.
Yo, and the next bar, y'all looked
This
up the
nigga
Hove.
gone
Hove
crazy.
ain't look up to them. Go listen to Drake's first mixtape. A Room for Improvement, the first song or the second song. One of those, the first one or the second one, he's completely copying Jay-Z, and another one he's completely copying Joe Budden. And Full Circle Moment, now he's beefing with both of them. It's beautiful. Life is beautiful in that way. But yeah, he never looked up to Drake. He never rapped like Drake. Drake rapped like him. Drake wanted his career. Come on, man.
Just got your publishing gangster, go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me, you niggas is workers. In perpetuity's how your contract is worded. Who made me go first, man?
Boy.
The white people's got your publishing. Go talk to them. He was president of Def Jam. Jay-Z was like Lucien. Boy, go talk to the people that got you. Don't talk to me. Talk to the people that holding your publishing hostage. Go get tough for Universal.
It's crazy.
He said, don't talk success to me. You dudes is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. That means you're going to be in contract for life. In perpetuity mean for life. Go own your stuff. They going to own you for life if you don't go get your stuff back, Drake. Stop arguing with me. Go get your stuff. Fire, man. This is fire. Again, forgive the jankiness. I had to do this. The way I set up in the crib is gone.
What it do, boy?
Right
What it
now.
do, Stacks?
I'll be
Good
back
morning.
in
Happy
more.
Sunday
By the way,
to
me and the
you
guys
and your
gonna break this
family,
down
my
further
brother.
tomorrow. I just want to get a quick reaction to y'all because this is my GOAT and I'm excited.
We
Nas
could
my
tell,
GOAT too, by the way. They both.
bro. We could tell, boy. Your panties, your fat panties, are over there moist. Maybe I shouldn't be talking like this about him because I'm reacting to his video, but god dang, I hear him. He talking his shit, but god damn, hey, golly, boy.
Both my GOATs.
The roots remember, even when the trees pretend, not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am.
The roots remember even when the trees pretend. What a deep, poetic, philosophical line, and it's a wordplay on the roots.
What?
Picnic. Beautiful.
What?
Also, don't forget who that man is.
Hattie loves her Shawnees. SHAWN. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
He's gonna play You Don't Know. I don't want to get copyright striked. He says right here, Hattie loves her Shawnees. Hattie's his grandma. Loves her Shawnees. I can't figure it out. I know none of his siblings is Sean. His brother's Eric. I know none of his kids is Sean. So I'm wondering why Sean is plural there. And if he's taking a sub and somebody else in his family who's Sean, and his grandma's like, I love Shawnees. And he's like, it's funny that she puts an S at the end because it's probably just me. I'm probably the Sean she means. That's how I took it, but I don't have enough information to confirm that. So I really don't know what that bar means. I just know the information I
Drake
have
steals.
is he's Sean
He
Carter.
definitely
Sean
steals
Carter
from
Carter.
others, man.
And I know that Hattie is his grandma.
Definitely
I
steals from
believe she's
others.
100. I believe she's still with us. And she's 100, like crazy genetics right there, Jay. But I don't know why Shawnees is plural. I don't know why she loves plural Shawnees. But he does mention it. He says he finds it adorable. So I don't know. Maybe something over my head there. But then he says, you don't know the.
I think a hoe was cooking for the nigga.
I find it adorable she put the
They
S
both
at the end.
cooking.
You don't know, the show ain't even begin.
They really, they all
You
both.
don't know the show
Listen,
ain't even begin.
to be honest, all three of them guys be cooking. Who I'm saying? Really, four of them guys. Benny Butcher, Jay-Z, J. Cole, and Drake, bro, and Kendrick Lamar. Bro, they cooks. They cooks, bro. They cooks.
I know y'all think it's saying show. The next bar is saying show. In my opinion. I think he's saying, I find it adorable. She put the S at the end. Because it's at the end of the word, it's plural. But he's going to put the Sean in the beginning. Because Sean ain't even begin. My bad. This is such a janky setup. I'm so sorry. But I had to get this done today.
I said, you don't know. The show ain't even begin.
The Sean ain't even begin. Sean the show. Incredible. Guys, I don't want to talk too much about it because I know we're going to break it down even deeper and further. All I wanted to do was give you this right here, what I just gave y'all. So stay safe.
That's crazy. That nigga there. I'm telling y'all, it be shots thrown up and down the timeline, man. Now we don't even know what they be talking about. Cause they be talking that rich nigga shit. Watch this. Hold on. Bro, they throw shots. This the real nigga right here. You know? Oh shit. Watch this. Bro, them niggas be throwing shots at each other forever, bro. We just don't be knowing what they be talking about. They did that nigga Drake diss a few every time he talks, he diss him. He just subliminally do it. Fuck is going on right here, man? I think I went to the wrong.
All right, guys. So people are saying that J. Cole is disrespecting Jay Z on track 2, Diss 2, and it's all because of one line. On cloud 9, now signed to my hero, one of the so-called kings of this rap thing that I swear to usurp. Whether it's the Twitter timeline, YouTube breakdowns, or even higher up hip hop media people like Joe Budden, a lot of people heard that line and took it as a shot.
Y'all think it's a shot?
Well, them so-called kings that I'm
The so-called
gonna
part.
usurp.
You can find two other words instead of so-called. Right there.
In what world is so-called not
a shot?
Tell like I'm down to be reaching.
But before we even jump to the disrespect, let's slow
I
down
told
for
you.
just 2 seconds. What do the words so-called actually mean? Well, by definition, it's an adjective suggesting that someone or something may not really be living up to whatever they're called. So based on that definition, yeah, it does seem to be disrespect. And without understanding J. Cole, you probably saw that line in the same way, but the real truth lies in his own words. Because when Cole first came in, he was like a lot of rappers. He wanted to be seen as this undisputed king, and he wasn't subtle about it. He literally had a running series built around Simba from The Lion King, the young lion destined to wear the crown. It started in 2007 on the come up. And I can't wait to be the king, nigga, young Simba. Then he doubled down on the warm up in 2009. I was like a young Simba, couldn't wait to be the king. Now nigga is the prince. And he dropped Return of Simba in 2011. Can this all be mine? So, including the audio from the actual Disney movie really says it all. And when you look at the subject matter of the track, it's clear where J. Cole's head was at. For me, I want Jordan numbers, LeBron footing. Every song in that Simba series is basically him documenting a different stage of the exact same hunger. How do I go from a prince to a king in hip hop? And that theme doesn't even stop when he gets a deal. It follows him into his debut album. Sign from the heart, young Simba been in line from the start. Whether a scholar or a fiend, watch a pawn become a king. Cole. That mindset carried right into Born Sinner in 2013, where even the album cover is literally a crown. And it wasn't just about Cole wanting the crown for himself. He genuinely idolized the guys who already had it, especially Jay-Z. So much so that Cole said the first time he saw Hove in person, he was literally glowing.
And then I saw Jay one time, and that nigga was going blue. And as I got older later in life, I realized the reason why I probably saw their aura was because these niggas were like North Stars.
Every hip hop fan on your side, and to have them agree that you are the king. Because even with Jay-Z, who's personally #1 on my list, you could still find people who won't put Hove in their top 10. Some people might say Rakim, some might say Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick. Some kids might say Juice World or even NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
That's true.
everyone is a so-called king. There's no universal crown. Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. This is a great book. The earliest example of this perspective from Cole goes as far back as 2014 Forest Hills Drive, where on Fire Squad he makes a very specific statement about the crown and being the king.
It's done. Ain't gonna be no more king. Be wary of any man that claims, because deep down he clings onto the need for power. In reality, he's a coward.
It's on this record where Cole spells out exactly what I'm talking about. He's basically saying the crown doesn't last. It's not permanent, it's temporary, it's an illusion that gets passed around from one ego-hungry person to the next. Eventually, your run will come to an end, and no matter what you accomplish, one day the world will move on, and that's why he says to be wary of any man who claims the crown, because the
Music has the
need to
power
claim
to
it usually
pass
comes
scales
from
on people.
insecurity, from the fear of being
Yeah.
replaced or becoming irrelevant. And I get it, because if I'm being honest, I've been that guy. I've said that myself. Like, I want to be known as the guy that has the best videos in hip hop. I need that. Why do I need that title? Why do I need people to see me like that? Why do I care so much about everybody else validating me? The real answer is ego. I want the cosign.
I told
I
y'all.
want to be on the list. I want people
Men
to know
got
my
me.
name. And it's actually
What I was telling my girl Max. Us men, we got the biggest egos, nigga. We got the biggest egos, dog. Like, I know I do.
deeper than just ego, because in my head, those things make me feel secure. Like, if I stack enough praise and accolades, there's no way I can ever fall off. And this is a huge part of the theme of the fall off and even that trailer he dropped.
That, yes, of course, it's not going to last forever because somebody else has to take that spot. And that's how show business has been since forever.
Because
All the artists who
everybody in
make
the
music
entertainment
will
business
understand
eventually looks back
what's
at a
going
moment in
on.
time where they felt
To
like a
be able to
king,
catch the
and perhaps
sight,
the
the
world
subliminal
treated them like
bars,
one, but it
have
faded.
ears for doing music. Either understanding, hey man, listen, dog.
The crown
What
isn't
the,
permanent, it's borrowed, and Cole expands on this.
I'm gonna call you Shine, dog. That's how I am, dog. I like the bars about it. Hell no, I can't rap. But I love the battle rap. Like, whatever happened to the beefs where niggas just rap it out? Though I'm talking about the rap beefs. Where y'all rap it out with each other and see who wins. You know, see who was like, I was looking forward to seeing 50 Cent and T.I. rap it out. But T.I. started cooking him so hard, 50 Cent knew he didn't want to rap. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to crack jokes and make memes and shit.
Even more in False Prophets. The whole song is basically him telling you, stop idolizing celebrities. Stop putting these guys on pedestals.
There was a time when this nigga was my hero, maybe. That's the reason why his fall from grace is hard to take.
In verse 1, he's talking
For
about
real,
Ye.
Shy.
And
I'm
the
telling
point
you,
isn't
man.
that Ye fell off.
Hell, make
from who he
music like
was.
that, though,
The
but
point is that the crown is made up of public perception. We build this idea of who someone is, and when they stop being that person, everybody feels betrayed. Ironically enough, Kanye was another artist that Cole described as glowing when he first saw him.
We was in a club one time. It was around the time Stronger dropped or some shit. And Kanye walked in. Kanye was glowing, purple. That night, same thing.
So you can see the contrast between that moment where he saw Kanye for the first time and he's glowing and, a record like False Prophets. In verse 2, he flips it to Wale and it's the same problem, just in a different form. Cole's basically telling him to stop living for the critics because Wale's trapped in this mental loop where the opinions of strangers starts to feel like a life or death situation. That's the exact same thing I was talking about with myself. And J. Cole relates to this perfectly because he was once a guy that thrived off these moments and these cosigns.
But in a sense, I can relate. The need to be great turns into an obsession and keeps a nigga up late.
And this is where it gets dangerous because the more you get consumed by trying to impress people, the further you're getting away from doing what you actually love.
Do I do it for the love of the music, or is there more to me? Do I want these niggas to worship me? False prophets.
As you can see at the end of the record, Cole even
Man, that
labels
nigga
himself
Cole
as a
nice,
false
dog,
prophet,
as hell,
and that
dog.
same logic applies to
Listen,
Jay-Z.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Jay-Z got some bars still for an old man. But that nigga J. Cole would chew that nigga ass up, dog. Dog, them niggas are Kendrick Lamar and them, J. Cole. Dog, to be honest, if Drake put it together, I think Drake could put that nigga lights out, dog. That nigga Drake got bars, bro. Y'all don't even be knowing that nigga be dissing, dog, until y'all go to this page. What's the dirt? Can't nobody break down these lyrics like he do, fool. Nobody. Even Drake gave the guy a shout out, bro. That's why he played the nigga music up and down. Believe he's a Drake fan. But I'm gonna tell you something, dog. After watching this channel, this station, bro, I used to say, man, don't nobody listen to Drake no more. Shh. They ain't listening. They ain't listening. Man, that nigga got bars for days, dog. Them young niggas got bars for days, dog. Real bars, dog. This nigga hanging around Wayne. Come on now. Come on
And
now.
everyone else. When Cole talks about there
Come on
being
now.
no real kings in hip hop, he's not saying that from a place of bitterness, and he's definitely not saying it because he never wanted to be one. If anything, Cole's story is about what happens when you believe in kings too much or being a king yourself because it was that chase that nearly destroyed him.
Is a song that I actually fuck with and was special, but I just abandoned ship because it's like, yo, what's the point? It's not the hit that I'm looking for right now. These were where the seeds were being planted for rotten trees that would kind of show themselves in the years to come. You know what I mean?
We even saw Cole revisit the Simba
Watch
theme
this.
in 2020 on a track called Lion King on Ice,
Watch this,
where
y'all.
he's basically looking back at his younger self and calling out the weird things he thought he had to do to look like a
Cool
king.
ass white dude too. I talked to him. I spoken with this white guy. He cool as hell. Cool ass white dude. Down to earth. Don't be acting crazy because he get views, acting
All right,
funny.
guys. So 20 days ago, Drake dropped a stream titled Iceman Episode 1, which is something that we did break down on the channel. Now, a lot of us assumed that this would be a series of streams, and that turned out to be 100% correct because on July 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern, Drake dropped Episode 2. It's not easy to predict what he's doing with this rollout and where this is going. So Drake is currently touring Europe right now, and when I looked at his schedule, I was really puzzled as to how he would even find the time to film the next Iceman episode. Everything that he's been doing takes an extreme amount of effort and time, and the fact that they're pulling things off like this on his day off between shows is really a testament to just how hard this team is working. It really seems like he's constantly working. Like, I don't even know when he sleeps. The first thing that we see is a black screen with nothing on it, and we hear the voice of an unknown man.
What's going on, man? It's been like 3 weeks since they found your truck. Shit is empty. No one can find you. You're not picking up.
Hey, that nigga
Everybody's
Joey
looking for you, bro.
Badass Cole
This is
on
gonna
that
be a
microphone
problem.
too.
I don't know who this man is, but it is a unique recording as I can't find a single piece of media, a movie, or any audio that matches this quote. The man says that a truck was found 3 weeks ago, and this aligns great with the Iceman episode 1 drop, as we had Drake driving the delivery vehicle 19 days prior, which is pretty much 3 weeks. It's for that reason where I believe the voicemail from this man really acts as a narrative bridge to tie the two episodes together. So he ends off episode 1 in the truck. Now it's 3 weeks later. So Drake is really building on this character arc, and make no mistake.
That nigga made a whole movie with that goddamn all them goddamn songs. That nigga's
All right,
crazy.
guys. So Kanye West just dropped his Vultures project with Ty Dolla, and the album is full of very obvious disses, along with some we can read between the lines type of disses. Now, you guys really seem to like it when I take a new album and break down all
Talking
these
about
little references
Kanye.
for you.
Watch this.
So I decided to do the same with this album. And as
They
you guys know,
all, dog,
Kanye
they
had a
all
bunch
be
of stuff to
dissing each
talk
other,
about
bro.
for this
They all
project,
be dissing
and
each other.
he's coming in pretty unfiltered. Track one, Stars.
Bro,
So
they
right off
all,
rip,
we just
Kanye
don't know
comes
because
in
it's
with a
some rich
line that
nigga
got
talk. It's
a lot
some
of people bent out of shape,
millionaire, close
where
to a
he has a
billionaire
reference to
talk. We
Jewish
don't
people.
know what they talking about.
Cash out. So people like Anthony Fantano got super bent out of shape when they heard this line. Future's gonna stand out.
Okay, so pause. And literally out of the gate, I'm being hit with, I'm gonna come through and just black out, keep a few Jews on the staff now.
I don't get how that's anti-Semitic though. Like to me, this is just him empowering his people. Like they can work for us too. We can start our own corporations. We can do it on our own. This is the way I'm seeing this line. I don't see it as anti-Semitic at all. We finna go where the stars at, and beyond that, this that rip up the contract. Fuck all that. So again, he's just empowering his own fucking people. Like we're ripping
That's
up the
what you should do.
contracts, we're going to the stars. We can do this shit on our own. That's what people don't like about Kanye. He goes against the status quo. He goes against the grain.
That's what
And people
Dame
don't like
Dash
it.
do too.
Track
You see
two,
what Dame
Keys to My
Dash said.
Life. So the first verse in its entirety is about Kim Kardashian. Slow down, you on your way to an overdose. Plus these texts getting way too emotional, way too much time alone. Kanye talks about how they both spent so much time working and how they spent a lot of time apart because of it. Look at what I stumbled on. Another nigga chilling on your couch with pajamas on. This line is very likely a reference to Kim's relationship with Pete
You know why
Davidson,
JD
where
dissing?
Kim posted
Because
photos
he
online
all
of them
gave Diddy
wearing
the
matching
cold shoulder.
pajamas. Pete Davidson's roster of women is fucking stacked. I don't know how he does it. Like the dude's
Salute,
batting out of
just
his
me.
league all the time, and his relationships only last like a month, but he gets in there. He gets in the mix for a little bit. I just have a nigga in your house eating Papa John's. So again, a reference to Pete Davidson, but I also found this interesting tweet from Papa John's where they posted, "Buy her pizza or Pete Davidson will." Fuck Papa John. Fuck you, Papa John's.
Hey, you hear that? Jab. They just jabbing all day. We don't know what they talking about though.
Kim somewhat filled that void of just being another woman that he could confide in and trust. So that entire first verse is about, his disbelief and how this relationship fell apart. And it seems like at some point down the line, she broke the trust. How it sound when you got Yeezy over Timbo? In the second verse, we get a quick shout out for Timbaland, who produced the beat. Now I can't just take it on the chin like Jay Leno. So yes, Jay Leno is definitely known for his large chin, but after 20 plus years, his show was canceled by NBC. And who are the executives of NBC?
You know who it is. We ain't gonna even go there. But watch this, though. I'm telling you.
All right, guys. So Drake was clearly not satisfied with the feedback from that last album, so he decided to jump in the booth.
I'm just trying to show y'all how they be
and he just
dissing,
gave us a brand new
like
EP.
youngsters
Luckily
do.
for us, an angry Drake
Like,
is
but
a
they,
pretty good
but we
Drake.
don't know what
So
they
here
talking
are the
about. We
subliminal
think they
shots
just
that I
talking about
found
some
from
friendly
this
shit.
project.
Man,
Look,
they
you could like
jabbing all
Drake,
day.
You could hate Drake, but you should at least respect what he's doing here. I mean, this guy does not have to do this. He's a billionaire, but he's clearly just doing this for pride. I mean, apparently he wrote all these tracks in the last week. So hit the like button for Drake, hit the like button for me, and let's go. Track one, red button. So right off rip, the bars are for Kanye.
Leave your label devastated. Even when you pad the stats, period, I never hated.
So when Kanye went on his infamous anti-Semitic spree, his label was literally left devastated as it totally fell apart. It all started when his main man Pusha T decided to pull the plug, and the final blow went down when Def Jam cut him loose. The second line about padding the stats is in reference to Kanye's album The Life of Pablo, where Tidal completely faked his streaming numbers.
I'm telling you. Listen, they jabbing. We don't know what's going on in that industry.
Drake and Kanye,
Y'all gotta understand it. We don't know what's going on with that industry shit. We just in love with the music. We don't know the shoulders that they rubbing and what them people saying behind closed doors about the money that's being made and the percentages and all that old shit. Hey man, once they get to roasting you about that type of shit, it gets sticky. You know, that's what Jay-Z was just saying in this freestyle about that nigga Drake. Basically, nigga, you don't even own your masters.
They have had a very complicated relationship. It's been a back and forth thing for a while now. They make up and then they fall out again. And in the very first line, Drake lets it be known that he's dished out many favors for Kanye over the years when he needed a
Watch
boost,
this.
aka help with an album. Drake has helped Kanye with a number of his albums in the
Watch
past,
this.
helping to write songs like Yikes, 30 Hours, and Father Stretch My Hands. And the word boost is also a reference to the Yeezy Boost technology introduced through Kanye's Adidas line. In the next line, Drake indicates that Kanye had his head inflated every time they would call a truce. In other words, he would gas Drake up, feed him nothing but compliments, likely only when it was convenient for him. And Drake always looked up to Kanye. This was like his idol. Kanye broke the mold of you didn't need to be a gangster rapper. You know what I mean? You could be a preppy dork and still make it in hip hop.
Go finally piece it up and get it levitated. Realize that everything premeditated.
So the third line, thinking we're gonna piece it up and get to levitating, is the juicier line of the segment, having two meanings. Drake uses the word levitating to reference the beat from Lift Yourself. This was a beat that Kanye had promised to Drake when they worked together in Wyoming, but Kanye decided to troll Drake and use the beat for this.
Whoop-de scoop. Scoop-de whoop. Whoop-de scoop-de.
Now you see the jabs? A lot of y'all didn't even know nothing about this shit. I know y'all didn't, cause I didn't. A lot of y'all did not know nothing about this. And look what he did to the beat. That bitch is called Poopty Do Scoop. Man, Kanye, that was mushing that shit in that nigga face. That was like a subliminal message, nigga, to like, I will make this beat and name the song shit. That nigga Ye is crazy, man.
The second meaning is involving the word
Hey, I'm
levitating
telling y'all,
again, as
they
Kanye
all
floated in the
beefing.
sky at his show at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And look, I'm sorry to ruin your Christmas, but Kanye West wasn't levitating. It was a stunt double. In the last line, it appears that Drake has grown tired of Kanye's antics, as he always seems to have some sort of ulterior motive. He pretty much just got sick of being fucked with and just said, he's untrustworthy. Next, Drake threatens Kanye once again with his ability to drop this big secret that he has against him.
If I press this red button, dog, everybody heaven gated. Press this red button, dog, and everything forever changes.
As I explained in my last video, Drake has been holding this thing over Kanye's head for years, where apparently he has this detrimental secret against him. Drake claims that pressing the red button would end Kanye's career, and he then references his breakthrough hit Forever, which features Kanye West.
Last name ever, first name greatest.
And I mean, just look at the features. That it was a life-changing record for Drake. However, Drake wasn't done, as he still had plenty of bars for Kanye.
I will fucking double cross you niggas like it's meditation. I'll give you a hard pill to swallow.
Both of them can rap for shit.
So it's no secret that
Both
Kanye
of them
stopped
can't rap
taking
for
his
shit.
medication for
Ashley, that's
bipolar
what you
disorder,
think?
as he felt it stunted his creativity.
These are bars,
More
Ashley.
recently, he even mentioned that he felt like he was misdiagnosed.
Ashley, these are bars, man. We just didn't know what the bars meant. So when after I got to watching this shit right here, the lyrics breakdown, and it's crazy how this is hip hop, a black folks thing, and a white guy is the person breaking this shit down. Nigga, that nigga do this for his job. It's so many beefs, bro. They all beefing. So when y'all say, I'm putting this up here to show y'all that when y'all say it's just the young people doing it, bro, no, it's not. Bro, this is some $1 million beef type shit. What they do. Like some multi-million-dollar beef. This is not that street regulation type beef. This shit that they be doing is something different. You know what I'm saying?
Drake uses the words hard pill to swallow as a double entendre where one, Kanye wouldn't take his medication, and two, he's unwilling to accept that he lives with bipolar disorder and he needs it.
I will fucking leave you in the dirt like some vegetation. Chemicals is mixing in my brain and killing hesitation.
This one is a reference to Kanye's video where he impersonated murdering and burying Pete Davidson.
cameras watch the kids, I stopped taking the credit.
Actually, I was wrong. He didn't murder him. He turned him into like a flower pot or like a plant or something. It's a crazy video. Drake is insinuating again that if he hits the red button and drops this secret, Kanye will be left in the dirt. Drake also plays with terms associated with medication, like mixing chemicals in my brain. And again, he claims that hesitation to drop
That
this big
nigga is
secret is
jabbing at his
dwindling.
mental health and everything, nigga. We didn't know what he was
Again,
talking
Drake
about.
alludes to the fact that Kanye has lied to him about wanting to squash things, calling him up to cap. And lastly, the term graduation is clearly a reference to Kanye's graduation album. And there's a lot of things in this record that we're not going to get. We're not going to make the connections. But Kanye is. He is going to get it because this whole entire record is about Kanye. The name of it is Red Button. It's like an extortion record, more or less. Track 2, Stories About My Brother. On this one, Drake had some bars for Joe Budden.
Imagine us getting our validation from an ex-musician searching for recognition.
So, as everyone knows, Joe Budden had some harsh critics for Drake regarding his last album.
Now y'all laugh at Joe Buttons, my nigga. He the biggest critic because he can rap his ass out too with his little dopey ass. Hey, Joe can rap. You make him mad. Go make Joe mad and make him go do a diss song. I bet you gonna regret it.
Now, I'm not going to play the clips of Joe Budden because I'm sure you've all seen it at this point, but Drake was not happy with Joe's remarks and he responded with a paragraph. The funny thing about Drake's long winded paragraph was he basically just summed it up here with 11 words. Joe had a lackluster rap career, turned into a podcaster, and now he's critiquing other rappers. Look, in my opinion, I don't think this EP, first off, would even exist without people like Joe Budden commenting on it and firing Drake up and inspiring him to do this. Like when it comes to Joe, you could say what you want about him, call him a failure, whatever. But when we're talking about lyrics,
Joe can
and
rap for
bars,
real.
like
Make him mad.
Joe's
Make Joe
pen
for
was
rap. Mad. He
impeccable.
gonna show you them New
Joe's
York
jersey's up there.
borough
Like
skills.
you can't whatever you say about
Play
him.
with Joe.
This is why
I'm
these
telling
rappers
you.
get so bent out of shape is because they once respected Joe as
He
an
up there.
MC.
I'm telling
It
you.
hurts to hear criticism from him.
I'm telling
Next,
you.
he had a few lines for none other
Nigga, they
than
respect
Tekashi
Joe
6ix9ine.
opinion. Nigga, he
Gotta
got
take the camera
bars.
charge, head to the deposition, and act like the rapper named after the sex position.
So pretty self-explanatory. 6ix9ine was facing close to 50 years in prison, rolled on his entire team, and ratted everyone out. Did you guys catch the spit at the end?
Listen.
Named after
Listen.
the sex position.
And I
Hey.
didn't explain it, but
Hey, this guy right here is the breakdown king, dog. Cause I listened to that song thousands of times and I never heard that until he said it. I'm like, oh, spit on him. Come on now.
69
Come on
is
now.
indeed a sex
But the
position.
thing
For
is,
those who don't know.
everybody thinks
Track
he's
4,
from New
Whip
York.
Man.
Nah, but he
On this
actually
one,
from New
Drake has
Jersey.
some
Yeah,
smoke
he
with
from
Pusha
New
T.
Jersey.
And I remember niggas was joking about some tick-tick, and now that rapper broke as fuck, the boy is statistic.
He
So
definitely
this
from
one
New
is in
Jersey.
reference to what I would consider to be one of the most vile shots in the history of hip-hop beef. On the story of Adidon, Pusha made a reference to how Drake's main man 40 was sick with multiple sclerosis and that time was ticking on his life.
OVO 40 hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? That man is sick, sick, sick.
Drake then claims that Pusha is now a broke rapper, which maybe to Drake's standards is true, but I wouldn't mind having his money. And that's pretty much all
That
that this is.
nigga
I
worth
think. I mean, it's
14
only
million.
6
Shit.
tracks. It's an EP.
Fuck you mean?
But I do feel like Drake delivered.
Shit.
I do think Drake killed this. I do think it's a phenomenal project. It's far better than For All the Dogs. I did not like For All the Dogs. I liked 5 songs on that album out of 21. To me, some people would say that's a mid album, but to me, that's if I don't like 70% of your project, to me, that's a fucking disaster. It's not mid. But this is more like it. I think Drake really did
I
prove
fuck
himself.
with him.
But with that said, I have been working tirelessly
I
on
told
new
you that
projects.
that nigga be
for 5
working on
weeks
this
now,
shit.
and I'm making a fucking movie, guys. It's Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, and I know that's been covered before, but I can promise you there's nothing on YouTube or on the internet that is anything close to what I'm making here. Um, I'm going all in on this, and I've been watching Kendrick Lamar interviews in Spanish and Drake interviews in French, looking for that. The biggest moment in rap in over a decade just happened. I literally cover beefs on this channel and that's it. So this is like Christmas for me. If anyone has been following this channel, you probably saw my coverage of Drake and Kendrick's long-running beef, as it is the biggest video on the internet regarding that topic. This subliminal shit's been going on for a very long time.
I told y'all.
Just 1 month ago, I told you guys that Kendrick was coming with some shots, and you clowned me. Like I said, I mean, like, I'll put my entire YouTube channel on the line here. Like, Kendrick will have a response to these records. And then this happened.
The big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, boom.
And I've also been telling you guys that counting Drake out of this thing is a huge mistake.
I'm telling
If you're gonna
y'all.
sit there and count Drake out entirely, like he has zero chance, that just tells me that you really haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
Drake just dropped an atomic bomb, and this will be my most exciting breakdown that I've ever done on this channel. I could barely keep it together, I'm not gonna lie. So right off rip, I wanted to point something out about the original track that we got, which was the unmixed version, where Drake started out the record with a big sigh. Now this sigh was very similar to how he started off the Duppy freestyle against Pusha T. So Drake is basically
Now,
acting
listen,
as if
I'm gonna tell y'all something. With Drake, you hear how them songs be playing in the background and shit? It be some funny ass sounding ass songs and shit. Dog, all that shit be subliminal points, bro. It come from somewhere. And this sucker right here, this guy right here, this hell of a this white guy right here, bro. Not to call him like that. I'm not racist. But he is hell with breaking this shit down.
this is a huge inconvenience. Now, this did get removed from the final version, and I'm not sure why he removed it, but it could be based on superstition because we all know how the Duppy freestyle played out.
You are hiding a child.
On the final version of the track, the record does not start out with a sigh, but instead the iconic Woo Kid drop.
See?
Now, I'm not convinced for 1 second that Who
See?
Kid had much to do with the actual production of this record, and I feel that it is the drop in itself where Drake is sending a message.
Sending a message.
We're talking about a man that was along for the ride with the pettiest rapper to ever live, hosting some of the most iconic tapes
Jabs,
that were
nigga.
full of disrespect.
Jab, jab, jab.
Drake is setting the tone for this war.
Hey, yo, Metro, don't trust you. I'm gonna shoot you.
There's no question about it that the drop is symbolic. Like, he's bringing us back to this era, like a very exciting era, the mixtape era, while giving us this moment himself. Another thing I wanted to point out about the leak is if you listen closely, you can hear that Drake samples Biggie's Get Money.
Yep.
Now, there is some more
I'm telling
intended
you.
symbolism behind the choice of this sample. Biggie's Get Money is essentially a story about a woman that he cheats on who becomes scorned and turns against him.
Why she wanna stick me for my paper?
Now, this is going to make a lot more sense to you guys a little later in this video, but keep in mind when Future said this to Drake.
Pillow talking, acting like a fed dog.
And I also found a very similar line from a Rick Ross and Meek Mill track, and that track is only 4 months old.
So place a bomb bet. You haven't won yet. Never. We thick on our corners. Come and get a small bonus. Get it. This what you call moments. Pillow talking, informant.
Looking back at this now, I do feel like this was indeed a subliminal towards Drake that we just didn't catch.
We didn't catch it.
Drake is a massive gambling guy, and Ross references placing bets and collecting a bonus. He then echoes a very similar line to Future, calling Drake a pillow-talking informant. Stay with me. Drake started off the record by responding directly to Future's shot on a track that was released on March 22nd called We Don't Trust You.
You a nigga #1 fan, dog. See, this and I don't understand, dog.
It was on that track where Future claimed that Drake was his #1 fan, and Drake decided to clear that rumor up.
I could never be nobody #1 fan. Your
Yeah.
first #1, I had to put it in your hand.
Drake star.
I'm telling y'all, and none of y'all didn't know that that nigga was answering Back to Future. None of y'all didn't know that, dog. I didn't know that, dog. I'm listening to that shit and just listening to the shit. I didn't know that's what he was talking about, bro. No one has ever broke this down like this, bro. And yes, he was talking to Future. Now they cool now, though, I guess.
Stunts on Future by claiming that he could never be his #1 fan, pointing out how he was the first person to give him a #1 record, and that record was way too sexy.
I'm too sexy for this trap.
And as this thing progresses and we get more diss tracks, we can expect more of the same from Drake, as he pretty much helped all these guys early on in their careers. I did see a post on Twitter from Hip Hop by Numbers, and they did the analytics to show that Drake has helped 32 artists to get their highest rank on the Hot 100
That's
charts
crazy
at the
work.
time. So
That's
when it comes to
crazy
that shit,
work.
like Drake has a very
That's
obvious
crazy work.
angle that he could play. Drake then points out that he's a global phenom and that these guys couldn't do numbers outside of America.
Pussies can't get put outside America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan.
So we already know that
Damn.
the first line could not be directed at Kendrick because he is very much a global artist. When it comes to Future, he has done some traveling, but outside of a few shows, he exclusively plays at music festivals, whereas someone like Drake sells out entire standalone shows. There's just a massive difference in being able to pack out an arena in Germany where your name is the
Definitely.
draw, like your
And
name is
they
on the
pay.
flyer, that's it. And you know,
Man, fuck that. They pay more. Those are $1 million tours. Those are $1 million nights. Okay, they doing 40 or 50,000 over here. Bro, when you be asked to a world tour, those are $1 million nights. You don't remember when Nicki Minaj was messing with Meek Mills and she took him along with her and she took him along with him on her world tour? And you seen how he was just a look he had a look probably like a couple million. But after he finished that tour, man, that girl helped that nigga run it up. Nigga, I'm telling you, run it up.
playing a music festival in Belgium somewhere with, 100 people on the lineup. Now, this Tokyo line might seem simple, but it has a lot of depth, and it might just be the direct cause of the tension between Drake and Future. This is a girl that goes by the name of Just Tokyo on Instagram. Now, stay with me because I'm about to blow the fucking lid off this thing. 28 weeks ago, this woman is at Drake's It's a Blur tour in Miami. Here she is posting a video of Drake performing, and here she is next to one of the trailers. Now, I can't be sure, but I do see this woman as someone that Drake invited to the show, and he probably did that for a pretty good reason. However,
He
just a
definitely
few
did,
months later,
nigga.
she
That
posted
nigga
a
was
series
she
of
was making
videos
$1 million
for her
every
birthday
time she
with the
performed.
caption, "Thank you to my Free Bands fam for another celebration."
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Free Bands is Future's record label. And just a few months later, she's front and center at Future's Rolling Loud show. Here she is next to another trailer, and here she is backstage with the "We Don't Trust You" t-shirt, where she included the caption, "Enough said," with the date that the album drops.
Oh
What's
shit.
even more interesting is that this woman has been linked to Future for years now. Here's a photo from 2021. So when Drake says, "I'm out in Tokyo, I'm big in Japan," just think about it. The girl is Japanese.
I'm the only Japanese in the family.
He's saying he fucked her, like, he's big in Japan. He gave her the hammer. Outside of that, this line wouldn't make any sense. Statistically speaking, Drake is not big in Japan. Japan is actually one of Drake's weakest markets. Now, in the
Goddamn.
case of Kendrick, he performed in Tokyo in 2023 and had the crowd singing his lyrics word for word. And I really started to realize just how big Kendrick was in places like China when a guy hit me up a few weeks ago and he asked permission to translate my Kendrick and Cole video so that he could post it on a Chinese website. And I told the guy to just go ahead and post it, like spread the love of hip hop. And I couldn't fucking believe it. He hit me back after and told me that the video is just going crazy in China right now, which blew my mind. Drake then goes on to point out that he's the hit maker that all these guys rely on.
I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone.
Drake has been
I'm
feuding with
telling
a
you.
lot of rappers as of late, so
I'm
this could be
telling
directed
y'all.
towards multiple
He's
people.
throwing jabs
In
at
the case of
everybody.
Rick Ross, he reached out to Drake back in 2010 to help with his album, and that's when we got Aston Martin Music.
I just needed time.
That track was a single on Rick Ross's Teflon Don album and was indeed the biggest single on the album.
Call Drake. Call my homie Drake. Shout out to Drizzy Drake.
And due to the success of that record, Ross recruited
That's
Drake
cold.
again for his next album, where he chose to promote the project with a Drake feature.
I'm in the condo just posted watching Miami kill.
Now the track didn't make it on the album, but he did use Drake as like a promotional tool. However, Drake would make it onto the album as he again gave Ross one of his biggest singles, Diced Pineapples.
Then we fuck all night till things get right.
That track is now a certified platinum record, and Drake would carry on to give Ross more big records like Stay Schemin' and Gold Rose. Drake is on quite a few of his biggest records, so this definitely could pertain to Ross. But this line pertains even more so to Future, as out of his 8 most successful records, Drake's name is on 5 of them. Personally, my favorite song that they ever did was Scholarships, but I mean, they got a lot of bangers. Now, as far as the line backstage in my city, it was friend zone. This could be pertaining to one of 3 people. Rick Ross was in Toronto on October 9th, 2019. Future was in Toronto for Rolling Loud on September 9th, 2022. And Kendrick was in Toronto August 12th and the 13th of 2022. Hatred and jealousy towards them is the only inspiration that they have to even go into the studio. Again, I've said this about Drake before, like a line like this just got Hove written all over it. Like, this is what Jay-Z used to do. He's gonna little bro you, he's gonna flex on you, he's gonna stun on you.
Definitely.
That's Hove.
Extortion, baby, holding red, you been shook up. This top, so you drop and give me 50 like some push-ups. Hood.
This line actually has a few meanings. Drake calls Kendrick an extortion baby, alluding to how Anthony Top Dog, the owner of TDE, has forced him into a shitty deal. Extortion is a tactic that is synonymous with gang culture, and Drake uses it here to reference Top Dog's ties to the Bloods. This was actually something that J. Cole spoke about very early on.
Niggas like, yo, yeah, he fuck with some dude named Top Dog. I'm like, who the fuck is a Top Dog? He probably gonna fuck up his career, some hood nigga that got this nigga locked up. Like,
Drake then mentions that Top Dog tells Kendrick to drop and give him 50, alluding to how Kendrick is like a little soldier and Top Dog is the sergeant, aka the boss. Drake then continues on by mocking Kendrick's ad-lib from his track Silent Hill.
Push no more love me like
But the line only gets deeper as Kendrick allegedly had to split 50% of his profits with TDE. And lastly, Drake references push-ups in a literal sense where there's actual footage of Kendrick doing push-ups. That line's fire.
Your last one, Brick, you really not on shit. They make excuses for you because they hate to see me lit.
So, pretty self-explanatory. Drake brings up the fact that the album that Kendrick dropped, which took 5 years to get, wasn't received very well and is often referred to as a flop.
Pull your contract, cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip.
Alright, so this line is fucking crazy and everyone is missing it. First and foremost, when Drake refers to the contract and the split, he's referring to Kendrick's former TDE contract where it's alleged that 50% went to TDE. And that is the only part of the line that people are hearing. But Drake is not just talking about the old TDE contract. Drake wants to see what Kendrick had to agree to in order to leave TDE when the split from the label happened. So again, he's playing into the whole extortion line, right? Like, what did you do to leave? Like, what did you have to agree to? I know these guys are still in your pockets. But this line is even deeper than that. You need to pay attention to when Drake says the way you're doing splits. Splits meaning not just the profit sharing split and not just the split from TDE itself, but another split entirely. Kendrick addresses cheating on his wife throughout his entire last album. While after some therapy he is still with his wife today, it seems very likely that they did split at some point. By saying your pants might rip, Drake is poking at his rocky relationship
telling you now.
in the sense
Jabs.
that if a divorce happens,
Jab,
you will
jab,
literally
jab,
be
jab.
split in two. Your pants might rip. Kendrick's wife will take half of everything he owns, just like his former label did. And all this shit is just going over heads. Like, that line is fucking crazy, guys.
Yes.
Like, crazy.
Yes.
Better do that motherfucking show inside the biddy. Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50.
Drake plays directly into his previous extortion line by saying you better do the show inside the biddy, insinuating that gang members are calling the shots and that Kendrick is powerless to their demands. You know how to blood swap out the C's for the B's like Big Bull and Bracken and Brazy, sitting back eating a chocolate bit bookie. Drake continues to support his claims of Kendrick being a worker by bringing up his collaborations with Maroon 5 and Taylor Swift. Kendrick is very much a conscious rapper, and something tells me that Drake had some inside information that maybe he wasn't thrilled about doing these records, but didn't have any choice in the matter. I think those records were a good thing for Kendrick because he was able to show like, I could do this pop shit too if I really wanted.
Pimp squeak pipe down, you ain't in no big three. SZA got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down.
In the first line, again, because of his height, Drake calls Kendrick a pipsqueak, but also because Drake is a far bigger artist. He then goes on to address Kendrick's recent claims regarding the Big Three.
Motherfuck the Big Three, nigga, it's just Big Me, nigga, boom!
Drake points out that Kendrick is nowhere close to the Big Three, as SZA, Travis Scott, and 21 Savage all outsold Kendrick on their last albums. However, there's even more depth to the line when we look at the fact that Drake has had a #1 record himself with all three of those artists. What's interesting to me is the fact that Drake doesn't mention J. Cole.
What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga.
Now, this is exactly what makes a good diss track. As we've seen a few times already, Drake is directly rebuttaling Kendrick's best shots from Like That.
Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack, nigga, boom!
So, in Kendrick's line, he's saying that Prince, who passed away in 2016, outlived Michael Jackson, who passed away in 2009, implying that Drake's music will not stand the test of time. Drake takes the opportunity to perfectly flip this narrative by stating that, like MJ, who was the king of pop, a prince is just a son to a king. At face value, this is already a great response, but when you realize that Michael Jackson's son is also named Prince, it adds a whole other layer. It's a very calculated line. Like, people have been counting this guy out, but he's really good at this shit, guys. He is.
Get more love in the city that you from, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga.
The first line is extremely clear, where Drake points out that he's a far bigger draw in Kendrick's own city and that he gets more love. Drake then turns his sights on Metro Boomin and gives us one of the funniest lines on the track, telling the producer to shut up and get back to making beats. However, the sunning doesn't stop there, as Metro allegedly isn't the super producer like the industry suggests.
Allegedly, word in the production streets is that Metro, he's just the drum guy. For all that like super producer shit, my boy ain't the best with the melodies. That's what they've been saying. I don't know. That's what they've been saying.
Every other line on this diss has multiple meanings.
Yeah, I'm the sixth guy, I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was Charles Little Blunt runner.
Drake then switches ops again and hones in on The Weeknd, who seems to surface any time that Drake's slander is ongoing. Drake starts off by claiming that he's the sixth god, he's the king of Toronto, which is the city that The Weeknd reps. The clowning then continues as Drake makes claims that The Weeknd's manager Cash used to work for Drake's man Chubbs as a blunt roller. He's basically saying that the guy was like a lackey, like a servant, a personal assistant.
Playing a six and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it.
Drake proceeds to take shots at members of the Weeknd's management team, pointing out that they rep Toronto when they aren't even from there, which would evidently be true, as the co-founder is originally from Iran and the CEO is from Lebanon. Drake then continues to say that as soon as these guys got their hands on some money, they bounced. The Weeknd lives in LA, Cash XO lives in LA, and Sal lives in LA.
Cash blowing able bread out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jets, whips, chains, wicked, wicked, wicked. Spinning like you trying to fuck, boy, you tripping, boy, you tripping.
Drake continues to clown the Weeknd's manager, Cash. It's alleged that over the years, Cash would gift rappers jewelry, flights, cars, and all kinds of luxury shit. For example, here is an iced out ring that he gifted to Travis Scott, and 1 month ago, he gifted this XO chain to Future, and that's exactly who Drake is also making fun of in this line, and he does that by referencing Future's flow from his track Wicked.
The coolest DJ on the wicked, wicked, wicked.
I'm sick and tired of wearing this like knockoff Rolex, so if anyone wants to buy me one, feel free. I'm just gonna put that energy out there. Amazon, $80, baby.
Drizzy Chippendale probably got your bitch Chanel.
So again, I gotta bring it back to this Tokyo girl, as she was literally gifted some Chanel shoes, making the post the very next day after she attended the Drake concert. Drake also references the cartoon Chip and Dale, who were two chipmunks that helped everybody that needed help. Furthermore, Chip and Dale always fought with a character called Pluto, who they would always outwit. And as you know, Future also goes by the name Pluto.
Rolling loud stage, I would turn, that was slick as hell. Shit'll probably change if it BM started kiss and tell.
Drake acknowledges the moment at Rolling Loud where Future and Metro played an early version of Like That for the crowd. People seem to think that this line is about Travis Scott, but they are wrong, as this line is most definitely about Future. Drake is claiming that Future's shows might look a little different if his BM, aka Baby Mama, starts to kiss and tell. First and foremost, one of Future's baby mamas is Sierra, who had a track Kiss and Tell. However, when I looked into this further, I found that Future has 8 children with 8 different women, but due to the fact that Drake uses the initials BM, I've narrowed it down to this woman right here, Brittany Mealy. Now, Future has had a real rocky relationship with this baby mama in particular, including a recent court battle for child support, which she won. Now, Drake seems to be in contact with this woman, and it would appear that she has some career-altering dirt on Future that Drake now also knows about.
Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. I'll be rocking every fucking chain I own next visit.
In the first line, Drake takes a shot at The Weeknd, calling him soft, as his XO label is sometimes interpreted as hugs and kisses. The line, of course, also acts as a rebuttal to Kendrick's line from Like That, where he's talking about switches, and Drake is basically claiming that Kendrick's not built like that either.
I'll be rocking every fucking chain I own next visit, ayy. I'll be with some bodyguards like Whitney.
Again, Drake is responding directly to Kendrick's claims on Like That, where he name-dropped his bodyguard 2T's and claimed that he would snatch Drake's chain. Drake's coming with that energy, man. Like, he's coming, he's rocking every fucking chain next visit. That's hard. However, it is really the second line that got a lot of people talking. First and foremost, Drake claims that he's with some bodyguards like Whitney, which is an ode to the movie The Bodyguard, starring Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. This movie is about a bodyguard that is hired to protect Whitney, and they end up falling in love. To further complicate this whole thing, Kendrick's wife's name is also Whitney, which could mean that she slept with her bodyguard. When Drake really wants to put emphasis on something, something I noticed over the years is he tends to drag out his words.
Buzz like Whitney.
We saw the same thing with Duppy Freestyle when it came to Pusha's wife.
But let it ring on you like Virginia Williams.
And just think about it. Like, if this is actually true, and Kendrick hired a man with his own money to protect his wife, Whitney, like the movie The Bodyguard, and she really was fucking around on him like that, this line is even more fucking crazy if this is true. And I'm so committed to this whole thing that I literally watched the entire movie last night with my girl. And while it didn't do much for me, it made me remember that Drake has mentioned this movie before.
Bodyguards don't look like Kevin Costner, you tweaking.
When we look at just how calculated Drake is, I don't believe for 1 second that Drake is mentioning this movie again on one of his most scathing diss records of his entire career.
Just pulled up to Whitney, Houston, Texas for the evening.
I think this is a true subliminal in the sense that we don't get it, but Kendrick does. Even Pusha T admitted that he felt like Drake was exceptional at these types of subs.
You know, lines here and there that I feel like, and he's really good at that. Like,
he's great at that.
Great at that.
Yeah.
Broader line, that, like,
He's-
him and Hoes under the
he's-
radar. And they
He's
can,
one
you
of
know,
the best with the
yeah.
sub.
Look, guys, where there's smoke, there's fire. Kendrick has had plenty of issues with his wife, and I'm standing on this one. Drake knows something.
In top say, drop your little midget ass, better fucking. Hey, drop and give me.
As Drake continues to bring up this 50% narrative, he's not speaking in the past tense, and he's making it seem like even today, Top Dog still has his hands in Kendrick's pockets. It's very interesting. Something else to mention about this little hook is that Drake is paying homage to Mike Jones, dropping Give Me 50. Now, beyond paying homage, you can best believe there's a reason why he selected this record. I just can't figure it out.
Niggas really got me out here talking like I'm 50. Niggas really got me out here rapping what I'm living.
Coming off the iconic Woo Kid drop, Drake claims that he's attacking the situation like 50 Cent. Bear in mind, 50 does indeed have a history of dissing a bunch of rappers on a single record. And when he says, like, you got me rapping what I'm living, he's just meaning, like, I'm coming with facts. Like, I'm giving receipts. I really did give you your first #1. You really did leave Toronto. Your album really did flop and came 5 years. I really am way richer than you. I really am way bigger than you. I really do have all the most #1s. He's rapping what he's living.
I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in, this nigga turning 50. Every song that made it on a chart he got from Drizzy. Spend that little check, you gotta stay about my business, nigga.
In the first line, Drake says, cuff her like I'm Ricky, clowning Ross for being a correctional officer back in the day. Now, the fact that he also calls him Ricky is an ode to 50 Cent's hilarious skits about Rick Ross.
Officer Ricky? Damn, Rick.
Now, the leaked version had a line that I did want to point out.
Worry about whatever going on with you and hey.
So he leaves out the last line, but we can fill in the blanks. He's talking about Diddy, and Rick Ross does have some allegations about connections to Diddy. As I was doing the edit, I thought of something else too. When Drake says cuff her like I'm Ricky, that could actually be a reference to the Diddy shit too. Like these freaky ass parties, like with the cuffs and shit, you know what I mean?
Shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty. We know why you mad, nigga, I ain't even tripping. All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches.
This line is directed at Ja Morant, who is known for doing a dance called the Gritty. When Metro posted a tweet that said, once you pick a side, stay there, Ja seemingly sided with him by retweeting stay on that side. When Drake says we all know why you're mad, he's likely referring to how he was spotted on a date with Brooklyn Nicole, and she is Ja Morant's ex. When you think about it, man, like the way it seems right now, Drake's got most of these dudes shook over pussy. Really, like not all of them, but a lot of them.
And that fucking song y'all got to not start a beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot now, heating up.
Pretty self-explanatory. I told you guys this 4 months ago, and a lot of you guys said I was crazy.
I don't care what Cole think, that dot shit was weak as fuck. Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up.
And while Drake doesn't really say anything bad about J. Cole, he does kind of stunt on him a little bit by just showing that he's not afraid to do this shit. This is further solidified when Drake claims that he has no intentions of easing up, possibly alluding to Cole's apology for his diss. Everyone was basically claiming that J. Cole was the only person capable of going toe-to-toe with Kendrick, and he bowed out. I feel like Drake was very disappointed with J. Cole, and not including him in the Big Three line from earlier was telling.
You ain't in no big three. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down.
And first-person shooter is where it all started. J. Cole's the one that said the Big Three. So you'd think that Drake would take the opportunity as a slam dunk to throw Cole's name in there, but he doesn't.
Nigga call it top to see a top, want a piece of the top, want a piece of the top, want a piece of the nah, pussy, now you on your own when you speaking up.
So Kendrick announced his departure from TDE back in 2021, and after Mr. Morel, he was supposedly a free man. Drake clowns Kendrick and claims that as a result of this beef, he's gonna be calling Anthony Top Dog to try and piece things up. Now, a lot of people seem to think that Kendrick is buddy-buddy with the guys over at TDE, but there has been rumors that this is not the case. I did watch a video a while back from a creator called Geek About It, and he put together a pretty compelling narrative. So big shout out to that guy. I'm going to leave a link to his video in the description. And he's got like 16,000 subs, so run the subs up for him. He's got a good channel.
You don't roll deep to this and not fucking beeping up.
This is one of my favorite lines on the track. It's just such a hard narrative flip given the fact that all the biggest artists in the game are teaming up on Drake, and he's still saying, sorry, that's still not enough.
Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking sneaking up. Cornball, your show money, merch money, feed us.
When Drake finds these little pockets like this, like it just reminds me so much of Jay-Z. Like, your show money is merch money to us. Like, it's just that braggadocious money talk, numbers talk. Like, what are we doing?
It's that rich.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna let you niggas work it out because I seen enough. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait to teaming up.
That's
This
that
ain't
rich
even
folks
everything
talk.
I know, don't wait to teaming up.
This is by far the most confident Drake that we have ever seen going into a battle. Now, we don't know what Drake knows, but I'm going to call it right now. He's about to blow the fucking doors off this thing. This one's different for Drake. He's coming in different. Drake then switches it up and goes into a far more melodic flow. Drake is literally begging Kendrick to drop, which honestly tells me even more that he's got something crazy in the tuck. Regardless of what you hear online, this is a very, very solid diss record from Drake. Drake is the one that took the plunge here. He's the first one to come with this type of energy. He came reciting facts. He rebutted every line that anyone said about him. And while he did get personal in this record, he did not reveal his whole hand. Drake has left us wondering what else he has in the tuck. This is a very solid record. And you guys are always trying to pinpoint like what team I'm on. Like he's a Kendrick Glazer. He's Team Kendrick. And now because of this video, because I'm talking favorably about Drake, you guys are gonna call me a Drake Glazer. I'm not on anyone's team. Like just because I'm complimenting Drake for what he did in his diss, I'm just speaking facts about this diss. It's a great record. But when it comes to a team, I don't have a team. I'm Team Hip Hop. When Kendrick drops his diss, whenever that is, I'm going to come in with just as much energy for that video. I love this shit. I'm Team Hip Hop. There is no picking sides.
What? Dirt is so dope, bro.
He kills it, right? It's Kendrick
so
and Drake.
Hold it, bro. That shit is so hard, dog. Run it back.
And shout out to my dude, What's the Dirt, because I do like him. I do.
Oh yes, he's dope. What's the Dirt? Shout out to that person. The homie looked like he did a good job.
I saw that clip on YouTube. The guy did a good job.
He did.
Did a good job with that.
It came across my
That's crazy. This guy's the Nostradamus of rap.
Fresh out the club on my way back to the mansion. You know where I'm from, you don't never gotta ask us.
Bro,
The biggest moment.
Bro, he's cold with that shit, bro. There is no one that is colder than him at fucking with that shit like that, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Nobody cold as him fucking with that shit, dog. He's tough with it, fool. He's definitely tough with it, bro. Let me see. Put up. He definitely cold, fool. Definitely cold with that shit, dog. It's been a good, decent live, though. No cap. Good, decent live. I gotta see what I'm gonna cook today. It's Sunday, shit. You know we eating in the house of the Lord. Let me see what's going on in the YouTube streets real bad.
And she had the nerve to say I be trying to control people's panels. No, Slug Puppy, that's you. That is so you. So let's just jump in because you know I don't know what's going on, but when she's having problems, I don't miss something. And every time she go live, somebody try to take her page. She says she under attack. So she go live, go live. Girl, people, you just being caught in your lies and stealing. You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Yeah, I told you you was garbage. Let's go. Huh? She want me to put you on three-way. What you talking about?
What you mean? Rhea on the phone?
So they having skits and plays with the inmates now. Mo 3 ops and killers and illers and stuff. They running skits.
All right.
I told y'all they was trying to make get them
Why
paid.
are you even talking to her?
Why are you talking to him? Why are you talking to him? I thought your dude was coming. Hell, you was just trying to fuck with Jose Bodega till you found out he wasn't gonna let you take that 250 off the top, and you fucked the whole thing up. You fucked it up, it up. Yeah, because you're a thief. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I be trying to tell you about yourself. Maybe you can do better, but no, you want to fight with the elderly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Dang, video gone.
What's up? You want to get on three-way?
This is somebody else she going in.
Goddamn mouth, bro. We didn't have nothing to do with what the hell you and Key One had going on.
Key One? Key One. The iller.
Interaction.
Mo 3 iller.
What you talking about SD to Key One for? That's the question that I have. That's Leary to me. I get me. But I'm talking
not only is the fact that once she had told me, she knew I didn't like that shit. And when she told me she was talking to the boy, I promised her, I was like, I'm going to keep it a secret. I ain't going to tell nobody, nothing. And your dumb ass that came up there on the motherfucking platform crying and shit. See, when you talk to me about this shit today, you didn't fucking tell me all this. I heard this shit now. I heard it.
Y'all, this is the play, but she's involved with everything.
Oh, damn, behind the goddamn StreamYard page. It pissed me off immediately. Because I was like, what the fuck you doing talking to that boy? You should be. I didn't know they was in love and all that shit. And
with an iller.
She had all these feelings for this.
Tell you, it's all connected.
Ass nigga. I didn't know that.
It's all connected. Because when he popped out, okay, he came in defending Jossie. He was like, man, that girl. It's like when we asked him questions about how you know, he was like, I just know. But I, but this is the Highland Hills in the Browns, behind the Browns or some stuff. But every time we asked them, well, how do you know? How you know? Because that girl ain't like that. How do you know? Do you know her? I mean, yeah, but no, you know, all this crazy stuff. Now that's her, the one who been attacking me, because I'm a senior citizen, and she want me to come outside and meet her at some spot. She was out with Trig and her friend Deb or something, you know. After she done stole that bodega's money, and then he checked her. Who gonna check me, boo? Ha! He checked you, boo. Ha! And you had to send him that money that you had already stole. And now you talking about you got scammed, you got beat, he done ran off on your money. No, you messed with his money. You always messing with stuff. You thought that booty was gonna catch you a $250 lick. Yeah, he said, baby, that booty cheek over there is going flat. It ain't worth shit. Access denied. I don't want it. That's a free bid, baby. And if it ain't free, I don't want it. See, that's what you get for thinking everybody wants that task. No, they don't. You gotta reject it. Maybe he smells some shit. They say you fishy. I don't know. Let's go.
That's why I'm just like, girl, don't throw my name up with this bitch. Hell, you'll get some shit striked up out here for real, for real.
You talking about
for real?
negative
so you
88?
Ask her, why is she
Come on
even
now,
talking
dog.
to him?
Come
about
on,
it?
man.
That's the question.
Well, she won't come up here.
The question is,
But
I
she won't
thought
talk behind the
Hakeem
scenes,
was
and she done acted a
your
fool
dude.
last night.
Yeah.
She didn't have no problem hitting that link
Well,
last night.
matter of fact, I called her while you was on live. I called her and she was crying and shit. I said, what the fuck you crying for now? And she sitting up here just telling me she don't want to talk. Maria, bring your goddamn ass up here because you listening.
She really
bring your motherfucking ass up here.
Here.
Y'all, this is all
She really
plays and
you,
skits.
but she couldn't have you, so she moved on to somebody else. She cloud chased. She want a nigga that got a name for himself.
A killer that's in prison?
I don't know why she pulled that one. Yeah. That shit blew me away when she told me.
You the only one like these handicapped ass dudes.
Yeah. When she told me that shit, I was like,
handicapped, wounded puppies.
Now,
I ain't gonna be able to listen to this too much longer. Dude,
she got a nice little coochie. Man, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man, I ain't gonna be able to do this. See, she's good at trying to interrogate people. Yeah.
To be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't give a fuck. It's just the point that she mentioned our names, talking about, and he talking about who the fuck, he confused. He like, who the fuck is SD? And I'm like, man, why the fuck would you mention my name to that nigga? Don't mention my name to nobody.
Everybody is messy when it becomes that are involved with her. And she hates that I tell her truths when she be faking and shaking, lying, scheming, and demon.
Goddamn
Did you
thing
call
I
her
know.
a demon?
Be in motherfucking jail. Shit.
A demon. She's a demon. She's demonic. She's dark. Absolutely. She's a non-believer in Jesus Christ. Yeah. So that's why she acts the way she acts. She wild. She's mangy. Yeah. It's a spiritual thing. I hope she get it together, baby, the way times are right now. But yeah, she's very demonic. Very dark. That's why she don't mind stealing. Threatening folk. Thinking folks supposed to be scared of her. Setting them up. Tried to lure me the other day. I'm going to Funky Juicy Crab so I can smell funky and juicy toe. That's probably the only way I could get juicy and wet is when I have all that crabs and shit all the damn time. So meet me over there. Meet me over there. Yeah, it's 3 or 4 of y'all. Yeah, nah, that's what happened to Mo 3. He got lured. Set up and unalive. Yeah, the way you move, I'm telling you, somebody gonna find you in a dumpster Now, did I say I'm gonna put you in one? Let's go.
Hell no.
Why don't you want to hit the link?
I don't want to.
Who? 88? 88, cut your camera off and brush your goddamn hair.
Negative.
You ain't about to be on this bitch like this with me.
No.
Hold out.
No,
She hold out. She always hold out.
That's crazy work.
Hair flipped up.
You know I don't play that shit.
That's crazy work.
Whether we going out or whether we on her.
Yeah, he don't like her
You
looking
on
like a
with me,
slut
you gonna
puppy.
look a certain
Wild
way.
and mangy. He don't like that.
My hair is flipped up. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's clipped up now.
They were clipped up.
On one type of shit.
No, they just wake folk up in the middle of the night for mess.
YouTubians calling me.
Yeah, just mess.
What the fuck going on?
She always in some mess. Always trying to set up folks.
Doing this, but I'm glad.
But she made him go live.
Oh Lord, they got us a new nickname. Lord Jesus.
What?
Look in the chat.
For some mess.
Damn. We missed it.
Oh, I didn't
Man,
know.
I'm out of here, man.
I told y'all she was always in the middle of stuff.
What's my son?
Man, I'm out of here, man. Salute to all, man. I'm gone, dog. Make sure y'all hit the like button going up out the door, man. Wipe your feet out for me one time. You didn't hit the like button, man.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and all, yeah. I'm sad and all, yeah. I'm not afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and all, yeah. I'm sad and all, yeah. I gave her everything, she took my heart and left me lonely. I think broken hearts contagious. I won't fix, I'd rather weep. I'm lost and I'm found, but it's torture being in love. I love when you're around, but I fucking hate when you leave. I'm not afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and all, yeah. I'm sad and all, yeah. I'm not afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and all, yeah. I'm sad and all, yeah.